24 hours that change a Nigerian family's life forever. If you know anyone that lives in the UK that have children, especially black children, boys, kindly ensure that they see this video. A study done recently shows that in the UK, more than 170 moms have lost their lives in their home. That is why this story is extremely important. It started with 64 years old Caroline Adeyelu. The woman lives in Dagenham in London. She has a son who was struggling with schizophrenia. Caroline was worried for her son and she was concerned about her own safety. Her son Nicolas, diagnosed with chronic schizophrenia. He has been hospitalized under the Mental Health Act on 2 occasions. In October 2021, he was discharged into the community because the mental health team thought he was getting better. This is a man who was experiencing disillusion, saying, oh, witchcraft are after me. Our electricity. And he was saying that he was a king from Africa. The more Nicolas has previously shown history. He has a history of violence. And this is something that he has in the past attacked sister with a lamp and threatened his mom. That his mom was seriously concerned about Nicolas. Despite this, she signaled this serious concern. She raised it, but safeguarding measures were never implemented. Nicolas said he wanted to lose weight, and so he stopped taking his medication completely. That triggers psychosis, worsening his disillusion, and family members noticed rapid change in Nicolas from his mental state to his general well-being. Caroline initially, she was concerned and she did what most parents would do. She contacted the mental health nurse and said, look, I am really worried about my son. He stopped taking his medication and he's showing signs that make me really, really worried. When she also said to them, I am worried about my safety. As soon that information was not referred to the safeguarding board, that crucial information, no safety plan was put in place to keep Caroline and the family safe. They did not escalate the concern. The trust and the NHS, they never shared that information with the police. Poor communication was noticed as one of the reasons for this action. On the 30th of October, Nicolas entered the house around 9 p.m. Nicolas, when he entered the house, he was saying to the sister, when he had a knife with him, he was shouting, I am going to kill you. You are a witch. You are a witch. He was shouting. He was stabbing his sister several times. When he was stabbing his sister, the attack was driven by disillusion. He was experiencing disillusion. As soon as Caroline noticed that the daughter was shouting, Mommy, Mommy, help, help. The daughter's name is Angel. Caroline rushed to the scene. As soon as she did what every mom would try to do, to try to save her daughter, because she knows that the son has a history. Nicolas overpowered Caroline and he stabbed Caroline there. Caroline was stabbed on the arm and the chest. By the time her daughter, Angel, called the ambulance, Caroline died on the scene and Nicolas fled. He fled, and a few days later, he handed himself up to the police and he said, look, I did it. Now, this is not an isolated case. A few months ago, we had the case of this Ghanaian lady. The same thing happened. Her son, not an outsider, the son that she conceived for 9 months, that she loves unconditionally, was the one that killed this beautiful Angel in Manchester. The son killed the mom. He was also experiencing mental health, and he almost killed his father as well. The father said, I was pleading with my son not to kill me, when prayer alone wouldn't help. Because this man is a Christian man, and he never believed in this mental health until the son had that incident. This is not isolated incident. 1 in 4 of us, according to the Mental Health Trust, will suffer from some form of mental health in our lifetime. It's not something that we should be ashamed for. When you start noticing signs, changes in somebody that you know very well, he's now becoming withdrawn. He's no longer interested in the things that they used to enjoy. That could be possible sign. They are not looking after themselves the way they used to. It could be possibly sign. You need to seek for help immediately. There are reports that also, we have this report that mental ill boys killed his mom. This is not an isolated incident. We are seeing too many boys ending up killing their mom. Now, Nicholas admitted that, yes, I did it. The case was classed as manslaughter on the ground of diminished return, that his mental health is responsible for his actions. Doctor confirmed this, and he said, you are a threat to the public, and so you're going to be locked up indefinitely. And Nicholas was locked up. Now, we know that 58% of the cases where things like this have happened, where sons have killed their mom, mental health is responsible for it. That is why people are saying better coordination is needed, and crucial information, if crucial information was shared in the case of Caroline, this beautiful angel would have been here today. What are the lessons that we can learn, especially minority? We know people from minority, we face unemployment, we often live in overcrowded, we experience racism. For us, mental illness is higher in our community, but a lot of us are not aware of it. We call it spiritual attack. This is why we need to educate ourselves. Don't forget to share and like so other people can learn from this video. Now, there's lessons that can be learned from this story. Number 1, early signs must not be ignored. When you start seeing the sign, take it seriously. Number 2, mental health service must respond quickly. We know that Black people are likely to go into mental health service through when they are in crisis point. Early intervention could lead to a better outcome. Communication needs to improve. Family needs proper safeguarding support. Medication monitoring is critical in high-risk cases, and we know that systemic failures has also contributed to the case of the Caroline. This is the case of Caroline, the beautiful angel who has gone to rest. If anyone wants to read about this story, you can read about it. What is your view? Do you think that Caroline's death could have been prevented if the safety concern that she raised, that she was worried about her son, was shared with the police? Let me know what your views are. Mental health is real. 1 in 4 will suffer, and in our community it's higher. We need to educate ourselves. You can support what we're trying to do by liking this video, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. I'll see you soon.